Hello darlings and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Raven. I can't chew gum without biting the inside of my lips, and I like to play with makeup. Today we are trying out some of the new products I got in the last haul video. Specifically, we will be trying out the Makeup Revolution Chocolate Vice Palette, which I am currently wearing, and we will also be using the L'Oreal Infallible with the powder. This is the Pro Matte version, and another one of the Wet n Wild cat suits. So if you would like to see this look I created here and what I think of these new products, keep watching. See you in a second. Alrighty, thanks for hanging around. Let's get to putting on some makeup. So we are going to try out this Catrice Prime and Fine Anti-Shine Blur Stick. I got this because it has been called a dupe for the new Milk blurring stick that is so insanely popular on YouTube right now. And $36, and nah. Especially if I can find a dupe or something that is similar for $8. So let's try it out. So you totally can't see it going on the skin. Oh, maybe you can see just a little bit there where my skin is a little bit different color. Feels nice going on. Doesn't feel too demethicone. Actually feels really nice. Just kind of smoothing it all over everything. Hi, babe. I love you. I'm filming while my husband's home, which is always just awkward. I don't notice like a huge, oh my God, my pores are gone. But it does feel really smooth and feels really nice on my skin. I think I may have to do something where I do this on half of my face and leave the other half blank to do like a side-by-side comparison. So there's that. But I do like how soft it's made my skin feel and look. So that's a bonus so far. Anytime I wear any sort of pore filling, pore minimizing, blurring primer, I feel like it makes a lot of my makeup kind of slip and slide around my face. So I do like to go in with a setting spray. And lately I've been using this NYX First Base Primer Spray. I don't think it works great as a primer all by itself, but it does seem to make a difference in my pore filling stuff sliding around. Okay, so we are going to use the Infallible Pro Matte L'Oreal 24-Hour. This is not a new product to me. I have had this before. I actually still have it, but I have it in another color that I think it was shell beige, and it fit me. It matched me in the summer, but over the last 2 months, none of my foundations are pale enough for my winter skin. Which is weird because I don't usually have that problem in the winter when I was living up in Alaska. And man, we get no summer or no sun in the winter. And I thought down here, since we're still getting lots of sun in Nevada, I can't believe I've actually gotten even more pale than normal. That's been weird. Anyways, so this is not my first time with this foundation. I really love it. I think it is one of the best from the drugstore. It is medium high coverage. Not full coverage, but high enough and doesn't look like a mask on your skin. Still kind of lets some of your skin shine through, but not too much. So I really like this stuff, and am excited to have it in a shade that looks more like my color. So I am not disappointed in this foundation. I didn't think I would be. And I think the color is a pretty good match. You can still see some of my breakouts down here shining through. Not horrible. The breakouts are horrible, but this is because I went through a 3 or 4 day period where I wasn't feeling very good and wasn't doing my makeup, which is fine, but I also wasn't doing my skincare. And after 3 or 4 days of not doing my skincare, not only am I broken out, but I'm also, my pores are even bigger than normal. So, wow, if I didn't think that all the things I do to my face helped with pores, just stop doing it for a few days and there they are. So even with that blurring stick, I can still see my pores. I mean, I'm 41, I have aging skin. My pores right now feel like each one of them is just a big crater. They're like all almost wrinkles. Let's put on some concealer. The only concealer I can find right now that isn't 3 shades darker than my own skin is the Maybelline Age Rewind in the brightening shade. Like, I can't even put concealer on that breakout right now because all of my concealers, even though they're the lightest shades, are still too dark. I think I'm either going to have to invest in that Kat Von D white concealer or maybe try the Tarte Shape Tape. I honestly have zero desires to do a high-end concealer. Like, I like high-end makeup, but concealer for some reason just isn't something that I want to spend an ungodly amount of money on. I don't know. But everything that I've tried from the drugstore that is a decent formula is just too dark right now. There we go. We are going to put on some powder. Now, I did, in my last haul, get the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder to go together. Plus, it was buy something, get one thing, like buy one, get one half off, which I'm all about. But I don't want to set my under eyes with that. So I am going to go in with my Laura Mercier brightening powder. I have the kind of the travel size, the trial size. This is some of the best powder I've ever used in my life, but it is so damn expensive that I really only use it for setting my under eyes. And other places that I don't want to crease. Like my little wrinkle there. And my other wrinkles up here. And these wrinkles are from chronic pain, of always having like pain face on. We're just gonna go in with a big fluffy brush and kind of set everything else. I don't usually do my foundation routine on camera, but because we're using the blur stick, you're getting to see my foundation routine today. Let's go in with eyes. I am using the Ulta Eye Primer Nude Matte. I have not had very good luck with most Ulta brand makeup, but this is actually not bad. I like how it's kind of emollient. It seems to work with the texture of my eyelids really, really well. And still gives a little bit of color coverage. Seems like everything is either clear, or if it has any color coverage, my eyelids are too dry for it and it looks cakey before I've even put anything else. And now for the time we've all been waiting for. This is the Chocolate Vice palette. It came in, here's the box. This was in here. Look how cool that is. It is like a very, very dark chocolate bar. You don't care about the outside. There is a huge mirror. I'm going to try to cover that up. And there we are. Oh, 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 yes, yes, yes. It makes me think of the peach palette, but I think that's just because of these two colors. I don't really think this is trying to dupe or trying to emulate a specific chocolate bar palette. I mean, obviously, it's definitely inspired by, but I could be wrong, but I don't believe that this is one that is actually duping or copying the chocolate bar palettes. I honestly try to stay away from the ones that are like exact dupes. When it's intentional, like if two lipsticks are the same, I mean, how many colors of lipstick are there? There's going to be some overlap. There's going to be dupes. But in something like this, it just kind of leaves a negative taste in my mouth. Obviously not too bad, but I just feel like it's almost too much of a copyright, or I don't know. Just, does that make sense to anyone? Like, they have a really amazing supposedly dupe for the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and that makes me feel funky. I'm actually going to get the Shade and Light palette hopefully this weekend, but I wasn't going to get the copy because I just feel icky about it. But when it's inspired by, that don't bother me, especially if they're good quality and look good and I like them. Yeah, I'm not trying to copy anything. I just like it. Rant over. Let's go. All right, I am going to go in. We are going to go in with this matte off-white, not quite white, but off-white, and go all over the lid. Could be more pigmented, but I wonder if it builds up. We will see here in a little bit if it builds up, but that works for sweeping all over the lid. Now I am going to go in with a Wet n Wild fluffy crease brush, and I think, which one should we go for? Let's go into this pink one since I'm wearing pink and obviously so ready for spring. Actually, I wouldn't say that's even pink. It's more of a peach color. And even though it's a satin, we're still going to use it kind of as a transition. Oh, that is a satin. Very lightly pigmented. Just what I wanted. I'm going to take a smaller crease brush and we are going to go in. Meeny, meeny, miny. Let's go with this one. That one's not very pigmented. Okay, so we're going to go into the other one and see how that one does. There we go. Do a little bit of blending. I'm going to take an even smaller kind of pencil-ish brush. Let's go in with this one here. Ooh, now that one definitely has some fallout. So definitely make sure to tap off your brush. I'm liking that. This is definitely a look I could see me going for from the colors in that Sweet Peach palette. I have no idea why it just doesn't call to me. I don't look at all those colors and feel insanely inspired. Would I take it if somebody gave it to me? Absolutely. But not for that money when it doesn't call to me. I did just dip into that one there. To kind of deepen up that crease. I feel like these are blending really well. Yet I can still see all the colors. So that's cool. I'm going to go into this top lighter color here and go all over the lid. Ooh, pretty, pretty. I sure do like a little bit of shimmer on my eyelid. And that's not even wetting the brush. I'm going back in again with that one there, that darker peachy color just on the edge. There is a little bit of kickback. I definitely recommend tapping off your brushes. I am liking this. Okay, so I'm going to go back into this big old white one and I'm going to take the sponge tip brush that comes in these things and use that up here to see if we can get it a little more pigmented. That ain't bad. Oh, see, there's a little bit of pigment in that white. So I'm all right with this palette if the color is called to you. They are not over pigmented, so if you are one who loves all of the, like, look at the pigmentation, oh my gosh, then you would probably be disappointed in the intensity of this palette. However, me personally, I don't like ones that are insane pigment because I have a very hard time controlling application, and then I end up getting too much on and not being able to blend out really well. But these were very easy to build up and blend together. So I personally, I'm really liking it. I definitely think it was worth, well, $15, and each one of these were $15, but it was a buy one get one half off. So both of those together, I can't math. $22.50 for both of them. That's a damn good deal. All right, moving on. I am going to put some of my NYX Jumbo pencil in. Ugh, I hate the name of this. Cottage cheese. Ugh, I don't even like saying the word. Ugh. Is that just me? Is that weird? Is that a weird thing to be weirded out by? I don't like the way that went in there. There we go. I like this Jumbo pencil. I just can't stand the name. Another new product. I got one of the NYX Faux Whites in this mint green color, which is pretty dang white with a slight hint of mint. And I'm just popping it in my waterline. I feel like I don't think it's a strong enough color to be like, oh, how colorful of an eye look. But with my green eyes, I was kind of hoping the mint would help out with the green. I think the jury's still out on that, but it is definitely a nice texture and goes on very smooth and is pigmented. So yay for that. All right, so I've got my eyeliner, mascara on. Products used will be listed down below. I did just a slight little bit of cheek contouring with my NYX Taupe blush. Next, which I didn't haul, but I haven't used it on the channel yet, is my Laura Gellar Baked Star Blush and Highlight Rose Starlight. And oh my gosh, like, how flippin' cute is that? Like, that's adorable. That's adorable. Looks very, very pigmented. So I'm going to be very careful. And I was right. Yeah, but that's looking all right. I was really afraid that was going to have a lot more shimmer in it than it does, so I'm kind of pleasantly surprised. I was thinking it was just going to be lots of sparkle, and it's definitely got some sparkle to it, but it's not insane. Let's grab a little bit of highlighter, just using our Opal from Becca. There we go. And now I'm going to go in with that infallible powder that I just got and go over everything and blend it all together. Finishing touches. Alrighty, now y'all are probably sick and tired of hearing me rave about this lipstick and liner duo. But hey, when you're mildly obsessed with something, you use it. So I am not using what just happened to my lighting. I don't know what the hell that was. I'm not using Missy and Fierce. No, today I am going to use the, just set it down and lost it. But I am using the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit. Today I am going to use it in the color Pink Really Hard. But I'm wearing pink and I'm in the mood for spring, so that's what we're going with. And the liner is in Think Flamingo. Very creamy, a little bit more streaky, not quite as opaque as the red one, but that's okay. I feel like this one is a little bit more moussey on the lips than Missy and Fierce, the red one, and it doesn't look quite as good on me as the red. Then again, me personally, I don't know that anything ever looks quite as good as red, that being my absolute favorite to do. I can see some of the texture on my lips, but I have noticed that when it dries down and I'm wearing it, I don't notice it as much. And I still do think it wears really great and stays comfortable for a very long time. That is the final look for today. I hope you enjoyed watching me try out some new makeup that I recently hauled. I like the quality of this. That one color wasn't very pigmented and obviously I haven't tried all of them, but overall what I've tried so far, I like the pigmentation and the blendability and still being able to see all the different colors. They didn't muddle together, so I am very happy with that. I honestly think the jury is still a little bit out on the Prime and Fine. Is that what it's called? Prime and Fine Anti-Shine Blur Stick. I do think that I want to do a half and half with it to see if there really is a difference. So if that is something that you would like to see actually on the channel, do hit a thumbs up and let me know down below. I would really enjoy doing that for you. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Have a great day. We will see you next time. Love ya. Bye-bye.